Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff. And now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, site of the All-State Sugar Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Duke Blue Devils. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowle, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. The Blue Devils offense trots out there to open this game. Down to the final 8 now. Quarterfinal matchups at neutral locations, Kirk. And that means one team, which won a conference championship, is rested. The other team is coming off an emotional win just a week ago.
And, Chris, the prevailing thought would be, boy, the team that gets a chance to rest would be in a better position. But as we saw in 2024, the teams that got that rest, they lost their rhythm. And I think the teams that had a chance to play, they continue to stay in their routine, and it really benefited them. Let's see how it plays out today.
So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Great job by the defender coming up with that tackle. That'll keep him short of the 1st down. I think the quarterback thought his receiver could win any one-on-one battle, but this defender makes a heck of a play, and now we got 4th down.
The Aggies offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team. What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Breaks loose at the 40. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a 1st down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They have been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently, Devon Achane and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go. Now, give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting the ball carrier, not to let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that 3rd down play. The Aggies will bring their punt team on the field now. And that sets up a return. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Brought down that crosses midfield to the 46.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Running back with the football. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. They'll hand it off. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
It's a quarterback keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. And the Aggies will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Coverage team gets him down, and that'll do it for the first period. We reach the end of a scoreless first quarter. The defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
And now the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The Blue Devils will line up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Makes a quick grab. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the Blue Devils pick up enough to get a 1st down there. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they hand it off to the back. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. So we have our 1st points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Reed. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Grab down the middle. It's Concepcion. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the 1st down. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. That's a design quarterback keeper. QB in the clear now. The 30. Breaks into the clear. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
There just aren't a lot of quarterbacks that can take a design QB run and take it downfield that far for a touchdown. What an added element for this offense, and it makes it so challenging for the defense to stop it.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's King. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. And completion makes it 2nd and short. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the defense smothers him for no gain. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's King. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. The Blue Devils have 1st and 10 here. Quick pass, the catch is made. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Pressure is coming. Running back has it on a screen now. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down marker. The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Finds his target, and it's complete. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Brown.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking to scramble. Putting toward the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Dropping back. It's Reed. On the move now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. The Blue Devils will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Hands off to the left. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. The Aggies will line up to boot it away. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Blue Devils offense heads back out of the field now. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On the run, it's Castle.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Backfield is empty here for second and inches. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. And the Blue Devils pick up enough yardage for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Short connection to the tight end here.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the...
Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And he's got it at the 15. The returner is brought down. Gets a start on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive. He started at 28. First play of the drive, they look to the right. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Looking for the wideout. Oh, what a grab! Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
I think the defense got fooled here. They thought that receiver was going to go deep downfield. He ends up curling back to the inside for a nice gain.
Try and muscle for the first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Aggies will send their punt team onto the field. And the returner will be brought down. Here's the first play of the drive. He started at 28. Takes the handoff. It's Castle.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. They're going to throw for it on third and short. The receiver grabs it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Makes the catch downfield. We make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. And the Blue Devils pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Looking to chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's King. They bring him down after a short gain there. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Brown. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. They will try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. The defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball, and then the speed afterwards, and it's a touchdown.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. He makes the grab. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Dropping back. It's Reed. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Screen to the wide receiver. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Aggies will bring their punt team onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And we begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Looking to throw now on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Castle. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Quarterback still with the football. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 36.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it, got some good yards himself.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Anthony. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Ball handed off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Well, a lot of times you call a slant, you love to see some big yards after the catch. But when they don't go for many yards after the catch like this, that is a good stop by the defense.
And it's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Receiver makes the grab. Oh, the spin move, and he's got some space here. You tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And it's caught.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
That's reeled in. It's Moss. Looks like Texas A&M will have the first down. A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. Grinding away on the ground. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. We'll try to run it with the option. That's a big gain. Great decision to keep the ball and pick up the first down. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. Second down after that previous play. And now it's victory formation. Quarterback will just kneel down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see